I'm Tonya Eberhart, founder of BrandFace, where we help business stars differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hey guys, I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was a client before I became a partner in the company. We are the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe. Thank y'all for joining us on these lives. We've got a really cool show right here. Going to be a good one for you. We're talking about three essential ways to guaranteed ways to remain essential.
Remain essential. You guys have heard about it everywhere. Only essential workers are allowed to travel. Non-essential people are quarantined. And so that word essential has become a big word in our vocabulary these days. Well, we strongly believe, of course, everyone is essential, right?
We're all essential.
We're all essential, and we want to foster that, and we come at this with a lot of positivity. But we're going to tell you guys the three things today that you can do that will guarantee that you remain essential during this time, whether you're somebody that is quarantined at home and still trying to work from home, or you're still allowed to go out, and perform your duties out in the field. So the first one is overcome. And that won't be a surprise to any of you. It's about overcoming obstacles. And right now, especially in the real estate world where Michael does a lot of business and a lot of our clients are, there are obstacles right now. There are people who don't want showings in their home. They don't want to list their home right now because they don't want people through their homes. So there's a lot of modifications going on right now. There are a lot of people doing virtual tours via Facebook Live, via Zoom, any sort of technical platform that allows them to overcome that obstacle. And so any way that you can think of to overcome something, that's exactly how you want to approach that number one guaranteed way to remain essential. So just always think, is there a way around this? Is there a way through it? Legally, of course, but you want to make sure that you're respectful in today's atmosphere and environment. But you also want to make sure, is there a way that we can get this done, that we can help somebody and go beyond what the normal inclination is during a time like this? Because everybody is normally, we're humans, right? We're inclined to just kind of follow behind the pack. And those who figure out how to break out of the pack in unusual and extraordinary ways are the ones who win.
Yeah, agreed. The second way to guarantee that you remain essential is to over deliver. And, this is big. And we understand, like, as an umbrella, you're like, yeah, okay, that we understand that. But it's true. You need to put some thought into that right now. And I'm really being encouraging to all business owners right now. If your customers are caught in the same situation that your business is caught in, right? And so how you reach out to them can only improve. It can only get better in times like these where we have to be creative. Like Tonya's talking about, using your online platforms a whole lot more. I'm hearing more and more of that in different genres of business, the auto business, the auction business, the real estate business. We have used that medium for many years, almost a decade now. But it's getting into other genres of business that now have realized, hey, this is another way for me to reach out. Well, what we would encourage you to do is over deliver, whatever that is. Like if you tell somebody, hey, I'll have a CMA done for you by the end of the day, like get it done now, and get it to them early. If you tell somebody, just think about what the thought process would be if you're talking to somebody who has a fear of people coming in our house. If you're just like, hey, I want to know, if you need anything, you just look for opportunities to over deliver. It's sort of like a story that my dad told me about a professor that he had in mechanics school, believe it or not, years ago. He said that and I had an opportunity to meet the guy years later, right? And he was in his 80s, and he said the secret to all success is getting a shovel. If you're digging a hole, is getting a shovel full and a little on the handle. And so that's what we're telling you on the over deliver. Get a little on the handle. Figure out how to do that, because if you do that now, your customers are going to remember it. And then when you do that as a habit, then it'll just automatically be building your business in every way possible. So look for opportunities to go overboard. is really what it boils down to.
Yeah, we actually did we did a video on this subject sometime back. It's probably been a couple of years now. 5% more can bring you 5 times the business.
That's right. We did.
5 times the business. So we'll post that below this video. So just make sure to pay attention to that. We'll post it in the comments so that you guys see that too, because it gives some great examples of how you can just exert that extra 5% and change everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's very that's going to be very helpful to you guys. The third way to guarantee that you remain essential right now is to over communicate. And if you think about it, this is the number one place that a lot of people complain in any industry.
Mm-hmm.
They're not telling me things. They're not sharing things. I have no idea what's going on.
In the real estate business is lack of communication.
Lack of communication. So your ability to over communicate right now says everything. And since you're not out and running around everywhere and showing homes in most parts of this country right now, you don't really have any excuses, and you must over communicate right now. So if you tell somebody, I'm going to be in touch with you once a week and I'm going to fill you in, do it twice a week, maybe 3 times, one via email, one via phone call, one by shooting a little short video and sending it to them, which adds that little personal touch as well. But I've always felt very strongly, I've been in sales. Most of you know this. I started in sales right out of high school, really. I was selling vacuum cleaners door to door to make my way through college. And then I ended up in media sales and stayed there for almost 2 decades. So a lot of my life is spent in sales. And I can tell you the one thing that you can do that will guarantee success in sales and that somebody's going to continue to do business with you time and again, you must handle their expectations.
Yeah,
they should never have to call you and ask you what's next, what's happening, what do I do? Tell me this, fill me in. You should be 5 steps ahead of that in over communicating right now and handling those expectations.
I actually was talking to one of my agents just yesterday, and we were talking about mortgage brokers. And she had a client lead that I was giving her, and she was going to call him, and we were talking about which mortgage broker to send to her. And the very thing that she chose to pick to send it, and she's like, I got to tell you, like when we use this company over here, we had to call and follow up. But when we use this company over here, 2 different people in that company over communicated what our next step was. It was automated. Everybody knew every step of where we were. And that's super important, guys, if you think about it. And look, if you're in a business where you just want to over communicate with somebody about their fears or where they're at, where their concerns, right? The thought process hit me the other day that we need to be concerned with their concerns. That is what really matters. And if you'll do that now, like somebody wants in our business, somebody wants to pull out a withdrawal listing, we're like, oh man, we don't want to lose that opportunity. You don't want to lose that opportunity. But when people are worried about people coming into their house that they don't know, that's a legitimate concern. Absolutely. In these days and times that we live in. And it's for each person to make that decision. And we have to be concerned with their concerns. It's very important. But it doesn't matter what business you're in. If you can do that, master that, you guarantee yourself to be essential.
Absolutely. And right now it means more than it ever has, guys. Okay, so we'll recap this for you. 3 guaranteed ways to remain essential right now. Number 1, overcome your obstacles. Number 2, over deliver. That extra 5% can bring 5 times the business. And Sydney did post that down below this video for us. So take a look at that when you have a moment. Great examples in that. And number 3, over communicate. Handle expectations for everyone. You do those 3, you'll never lose business. You'll never lose. Yep. Not any business that would be your fault in losing. That's for sure.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely. So guys, we wish you all the best. We want everybody to be happy and safe and healthy out there. So our hearts go out to everybody affected by coronavirus right now, and stay positive, because right now, do what you can. Do everything you can to remain essential. Okay.
And then a little bit more.
A little on the handle.
Get a little on the handle.
A little on the handle. That's right.
Hey, if y'all watch us or ever see us, you know that we are big believers in prosperity. We're not just talking about money, folks. We're talking about the whole 360 of living the abundant life and providing for those people around you as well as yourself. And we know that prosperity favors the bold. So be bold. And in each time, stay bold.
That's right.
And thank you, Ms. Tonya.
Thank you, Michael. Everybody stay bold, stay essential, and we'll see you next time. Thanks,
Bye, guys.
guys.